Hello everybody, Luca here. Today I'm back with a pretty nice and cool and good looking deck actually. As you can see, it's Mega Manectric with Articuno and Regice. So you can call it Ice Mega Man if you want to, whatever. The thing is that my version is a pretty straightforward version, really aggressive version. You could play it with tags if you want to. You could play it with kind of a different strategy, but I think that Mega Manectric is such a powerful Pokemon. It can win some matches just on its own without any help from other Pokemon. So I decided to play it pretty straightforward in combination with three Shaman Eggs just to get the setup as quickly as possible. Alright, let's talk about the strategy. As you know, Mega Manectric hits 110 with Turbo Bolt, and the pretty amazing thing about that is that it lets you attach 2 basic energy cards from a discard pile to one of your Pokemon on your bench. So, your strategy is to get some energies in the discard, attack with Turbo Bolt for 110, and load up another Manectric, for example, on your bench, or if you want to an Articuno, or if you want to Regice, it doesn't matter. The real cool thing about these two partners here are that if you load them up with 2 energies, and your opponent's turn passes, is over and it's your turn again, you're free to attack with Articuno maybe not, but with Regice you're free to attack if you have the third energy. So the Sin energy in this deck is really good, it works pretty well, and I decided to play a straightforward version with just 6 lightning and 4 water energies. I think it should be able to get them in the discard pile with 2 Battle Compressor or Acrobike. As you can see, I decided to play 3 Acrobike and 3 Trainer's Mail. I really want to thin out this deck as quickly as possible. So, 4 Ultra Ball are a must here. But let's talk about what especially is good at this Articuno thing. Maybe you haven't seen it before. First, the cool thing is the Delta Plus. So, if you knock out your opponent's Pokemon, if it's an X Pokemon, you're able to draw 3 prize cards. If it's a normal Pokemon, you're able to get 2 prize cards. So you're able to draw 1 more prize card, which is huge against decks like Night March, against decks like Vespiquen, which try to slow you down because they just let you draw 1 prize card. But with Articuno, it's like you're hitting EX Pokemon all the time. So its attack, Chilling Scythe, or Sif or whatever, can be kind of annoying. I played against a version of this deck at Worlds, and my opponent tried to stall with Chilling Scythe, and he really managed to get 2 turns of that because I flip tails all the time. But that's not the main attack because you want to draw prize cards with that. Triax is the thing. You're able to flip 3 coins, and for each head it does 4 damage more. So you have a base damage of 20. If you flip 2 heads, you have total damage of 100. And if you have a muscle band to it, you have a total damage of 120. So should be able to knock out some Pokemon, or at least 2-hit knockout. But the cool thing is that the Sin energy, you have 110 with the Mega Manectric, and sometimes it's enough if you just have 1 head, because you then have 60 damage and you're able to knock out an EX Pokemon with that, which has 170 HP. So yeah, as you can see, they're pretty great partners. So what is Regice doing in this deck? Regice is against every X-based deck. It's attack resistance Blizzard. Maybe you've heard of the Hippodon, which was quite successful at day 1 at Worlds. Lucas and I also decided to play it at day 2, which was a pretty big mistake. But whatever, the attack resistance Blizzard is pretty cool because your opponent's EX Pokemon are just not able to hit Regice with anything. So it has a base damage of 70. The cool thing is it's a basic Pokemon. And the better thing is, if you attach a muscle band to it, you're able to two-hit knock out every X Pokemon except for Megas. And except for Wailord, okay, but that doesn't count. So, it's also a great partner in this deck, because the main strategy is that you attack 2 times with Mega Manectric. And that it depends on the matchup, it depends against which deck you're playing, you know? And that's the reason why I decided to play 2 Articuno and 2 Regice, because sometimes one's in the discard with Acrobike, for example, or one is priced or whatever, but just 1 Regice lets you win the whole game, let's say. So I wanted to max these 2 out. So I think that the main strategy should be kind of obvious here. It depends on the matchups, but it's really viable. Well, of course, you don't want to start with that, because it has free retreat. So that's the reason why you're playing 1 escape rope and 1 switch. You just need the switch options here, because, okay, if you evolve that Pokemon, it doesn't have anything at all. But this bad boy has 1 retreat cost, this bad boy has 2, and this ugly bad boy here even has 3. So you try to always have 1 left in your deck, because these could be less than the targets at the end of the game. So let's be cautious with that. I think that the combination of free Acrobike and free Trainer's Mail just works really good. You're able to get everything as quickly as possible, and that's really amazing. 4 versus Seeker, pretty standard. Alright, what is the Hex Maniac doing here? The thing is that we all know that Giratina is kind of popular, and that you're not able to hit it with Mega Manectric because it doesn't get any damage of Mega Pokemon. So, alright, Hex Maniac says, Giratina, suck your ability. So, Giratina's ability doesn't count if you play the supporter card, so you're able to hit it with 110 or 130, which wouldn't make any sense, but whatever. So that's also the cool thing. If you need it at turn 2, but you don't have it currently in your hand, you can play a Battle Compress and a Versus Seeker to get the Hex Maniac and reuse it. So that's the reason why you're playing 4 Versus Seeker and 1 Hex Maniac. I really love the card in that matchup. Very, very important card. 2 Lysander, pretty standard. 3 Birch. I decided not to play Shauna because I just don't like Shauna. The possibility to have 7 cards are just so much better than 5. And yeah, 4 Sycamore standard as well. And here we are with our stadium card, Rough Seas. Yeah, it says it all. It's so good in this deck. It lets you heal your 120 Articuno and your 120 Regice. The maths are pretty nice with that, and if you're able to heal for the damage every turn, that's just, you know, sometimes there are attacks which can 2-hit knock you out. With this thing, if you're able to set it twice, he's not even able to 4-hit knock you out, so yeah. I really like this deck. Actually, I haven't played tested so much with it yet, but I got all the cards in real life, and I'm looking forward to play this deck, because I think it could become one of my most favorite decks. I really like the Sin Energy here, and I think that's all what I can say about this deck. Let us know if you like this deck, if you have any suggestions or whatever, let us know. Critics, comments, questions, just hit it in the comments box. Thanks for watching as always, hope you enjoyed it, and see you later.